Wow, what a year. 15 months later, I didn't think I'd get through this. It's been one of the most difficult things I've ever done in my entire life, to commit myself to an entire year. Actually, it was more than a year, to bettering myself and developing a strong relationship with God. So I'll give you a little backstory. This video is going to be broken up into a few parts, so I'll just go ahead and get started. So personally, I believe the true journey of a man actually begins when everything he's been counting on comes crashing down. Sometimes there's indications before devastation occurs, but in most cases it's without warning. You never know when it's going to hit, and that's pretty much what happened to me. He loses his dream job, his dream girl walks out on him. His reputation as a man slowly fades, and the bridges he used to use for help no longer exist. And if that's not enough weight, he's crumbled by addiction to try to escape the realities that he didn't really want to face. Now, you would assume most men at this point would scramble to put the pieces back together, but not me. The depression, the anxiety, the guilt, the shame, and the weight of just the world was just way too much for me to handle. And the only way I really knew how to escape those feelings of inadequacy was filling that emptiness with more alcohol and getting myself involved in relationship with girls that told me what I wanted to hear and not really what I needed to hear. And as soon as I was told what I was really needed to hear by these other females, it was just like, yo, it's too much. You're getting to know me too much. And as soon as they found out too much about me or my past, I'll kick them to the curb. I didn't roll with that. So it was a continuous cycle of just meaningless relationships, and it just drove me deeper into my addiction. So my self-destructive lifestyle continued on for a couple more years, and then I was slammed with that DUI, and I'm sure everybody knows about that. It led me to jail, and I just spent under 3 months in jail, 11 days of which I spent in the infirmary detoxing. I was suffering so intensely from withdrawals. The medical record stated I nearly flatlined 3 times. Teen Challenge has been the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. However, I knew that deep down I needed to change, and I needed to be committed to this thing. You see, there's a difference between interest and commitment. When you're interested in something, you only do it when it's really convenient for you. But when you're committed to something, you accept no excuses. My commitment to not only this program, but my relationship with God was like none other. Nothing was going to get in my way of bettering myself and developing that relationship with God. He restored my health. He reconciled the relationship with my family I wrote off years ago when I moved out at 19. He put people in my life that not only changed me, but created amazing divine appointments that had me lost for words. And, I had some more, I was going to explain. I'll explain that in the other videos, but this has been the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life. One of my mentors said, this program is going to cost you everything. Not so much the money part, but more of your heart and your willingness, and your dedication, and your perseverance is all being weighed out on the table. And it was worth it. There was times where I wanted to throw in the towel. There's times where I just wanted to give up, leave, and I could have easily. I wasn't court ordered to this place for a year. I was only court ordered for about 6 months, and I could have left at any time. But I realized that over time that it was making a better version of myself. Every single day I was striving for that, and now looking back at it, I'm just so glad I went through with it. And it's crazy because I was going to leave at the 6-month mark. It was about 7 months ago I was going to leave because my probation was up and I was just going to leave. But the Lord was working in my life, and he called me into ministry and helping out people to the best of my ability. With my credentials, my fitness background, I'm actually helping new guys that come into the program and helping them reach fitness goals, such as writing diet plans for them, workout plans, and the director of Teen Challenge has also put me in charge of the fitness class in the morning from 8 to 9 a.m. And I can honestly say that it's helping me out, help these guys. And it's where my true heart's desire is to help other people reach their goals and better themselves not only from the inside, but from the outside as well. So, 6 months down the road, they're going to do another evaluation after my internship with Teen Challenge. And what's going to happen is after that 6 months of evaluating, they'll see my progress, they'll see all my track record, see how I'm doing. And then they'll, evaluate me at that time. And what the director of Teen Challenge says that, with my credentials, with my background and everything, they want me to transfer over to Vero Beach, Florida, which is on the other side of Florida. And it's an adolescent center, age 13 to 17. And, I had a little of background on this adolescent center. They really need some help over there. And I wrote a few things down, some more information about it. It's an adolescent center for boys ages 13 to 17. What I would do is offer my background in physical training, fitness, and sports. Also, during the 6-month internship, I'll be taking online classes for personal training, sports medicine, physical education, and nutritional science. So I got a lot on the table right now, So I believe it's crucial at these ages, 13 to 17, that you really, really, really target these guys' hearts and have an eternal impact, not only through physical education, but through our testimonies and how we conduct ourselves as godly counsel. Personally for myself, it was at these early ages in my life, around this age, where everything started to change toward the wrong direction. I started hanging out with the wrong type of friends, that really didn't even care about me as a person, just how I looked. It was all the external circumstances that really defined me as a person at that point in high school. And, as long as I looked good around them, I felt accepted in a sense. As time went on, I started partying and drinking, really getting sucked into that lifestyle at that early age, And, around this time, I kind of got sucked into this lifestyle, and just a few days later, it wasn't even a week or two later, the guy hands me a little baggie of pills, and I didn't even know what they were. And that weekend, I overdosed on Xanax at age 17. And that was the beginning of a slippery slope that led me to where I was about a year and a half ago. So those are my plans, those are my future aspirations. I'm super excited for what God has planned for me in these next coming months, and I plan on sticking with this path, and God bless.